Buttons are what your users will use to navigate within your course and interact with objects on a page. There are several different types of buttons you can create using Lectora. 2 of them can be created using the Button Wizard. Launch the Button Wizard from the Tools menu. The Button Wizard enables you to create custom colored buttons with text, or it enables you to select pre-designed buttons from Clipart. Let's start with custom color buttons with text. When creating custom color buttons with text, you'll first select the shape of button you want. Then choose whether you will be creating only one button or a series of buttons. This enables you to quickly create several buttons with a standardized look. Specify the text you want to appear on the button and the font properties you would like to use for the text. Font properties include the font type, style, size, and color. Modify additional color options that determine how the button will appear when a user interacts with it. Select from predefined colors or use the eyedropper tool to select a color from your page. You can specify sizing options for your buttons as well. When you're done, the button is placed on the page. Now, let's create a second type of button using the Button Wizard. Once again, I'll select Button Wizard from the Tools menu. This time I will create a stock button from Clipart. Stock buttons are categorized by color, with some designer and extra buttons. Browse the available buttons to determine which ones you want. Select whether your buttons will be placed on a light or a dark background. Make this selection based on where the buttons will be placed on your page. To select more than one button, hold down your Control key on your keyboard. When you've selected those you want, click Finish and the buttons are added to your page. There's yet another way you can create buttons, and that's by using your own images. You can combine the use of 3 separate images to form a button, or you can use a 3-frame animated GIF. To create a button using your own files, click the Add Button icon on the toolbar or select Add Button from the Add menu. This displays the Button Properties window. If you already have a 3-frame animated GIF file you want to use, select Use 3-frame animated GIF and import the file from your computer. Otherwise, if you're using 3 separate images, leave this option unchecked and import the 3 separate images as the normal state image, the clicked image, and the mouse over image, each representing the state of the button based on the user's interaction with it. When you're done importing the image files, click OK, and the button is added to your title. Finally, there is one last type of button you can create, and that is a transparent button. Transparent buttons are useful for layering on top of images or text to turn portions of the image or text into hotspots. To add a transparent button, click the Add Button icon on the toolbar. Instead of importing files here, simply select the transparent box and click OK. Now let's place our title into run mode so we can see our buttons in action. Notice the buttons are interactive and change when the user places his or her cursor over the button. Even the transparent button hints to the user that he/she can interact with it. But what happens when we click the button? Each button has an action built into it. You can find this action within the button's properties. Double-click the button or right-click it and select Properties. Within the Properties, you'll find an On-Click tab. This is where you can specify what action should occur when the button is clicked. One advantage to stock buttons from Clipart is that most buttons already have an action defined. In this case, the action is Go to the next page. Be sure to watch the video about actions to learn about other actions you can program for buttons and other interactive components of your title.